Hello everyone! Do you ever feel inadequate? Did you ever penetrate a ship and she just laughed at you? Wargaming has your solution. Meet Yashima! It's a Yamato with bigger guns. And well, with that intro out of the way, we are on the map Trap in a 3-point domination game. It's a pure tier 10 battle, there are 3 Shiva classes, there's no carrier. And today we're going to take a look at Yashima. Yashima is a ship currently in testing, so all stats are subject to change. And, well, it's very easy to describe, it's a Yamato with bigger guns. And less often. So you see you only have 2 barrels per turret. And you have 510mm guns. You still have your Yamato hull, you still have your painfully slow turret traverse. And yeah, I think that Minotaur gets farmed before I can get a piece of her. So anyway, you can see the painfully slow turret traverse here. Now I've made my way over to the A cap. There isn't that much opposition. There's a Hindenburg pushing in, and maybe we can just... No, Hindenburg might also just get farmed before we can penetrate her. So yeah. Well, I guess we just have to try to shoot Yashima next time. And once more you see the painfully slow turret traverse. I'd like to tell you a lot of things about this ship, but there really isn't much to tell. It's a Yamato with bigger guns. If you love a Yamato, you're probably going to like this one. If you don't like Yamato, you're going to hate this one. I guess the other interesting question is obviously, is it better than a Yamato? Well, jury is still out. Like, you need a lot of battles, I think, to properly compare 2 ships. Because there is going to be a lot of RNG. If your guns are hitting a lot or missing a lot, do you just have good or bad luck? Or is that actually by design? And I'd say if you need to play like 20-30 battles in a ship to properly evaluate it, and I haven't done that yet. So those are more first impressions, and my first impressions are it's pretty similar to a Yamato. Which begs the question, why do we need this? Why do we need a Yamato with slightly bigger and less guns? I don't know, maybe Wargaming once said that there would never be a ship with bigger guns than the Yamato, so maybe they just felt like they needed to break a promise. Then again, I don't actually care about that too much. So far, I haven't felt like those guns are much of a game changer. I mean, if you hit somebody, they will regret their life choices. Just like with a Yamato. But you do have less shells in the air, so there is that. And that was a lovely little citadel there. And yeah, as I said, gameplay-wise, it plays like a Yamato. So let's take a look at this battle then. Our team is too afraid to try to take the B cap for... Like, we have actually a large force here, but no enemy has the B cap, which is a little bit concerning, I suppose. There's a Cyclone coming, so lots of opportunities to turn the game in our favor. Then again, I mean, it's already in our favor somewhat because we have a 3-ship lead. And that's going to be very nice. So our force there in the north is not actually fighting but retreating. I mean, they are facing a superior number, so that might be a good choice. I just had hope that the guys at B would actually sail in there. Then they could create a crossfire with those guys and farm whatever's in C and take this cap. And I mean, it's not like they have to worry much about our side here. There is only 1 Yamato remaining. And we'll see. So I'm slowly going to make my way towards B. Well, as fast as the ship goes, I suppose. Now, of course, if that Yamato is just sailing straight away, we might not get good shots into her. But, you know, in the Cyclone, probably going to be some close quarters fighting. And then again, like you're a Yamato, you're not actually very good at brawling. Mostly because everybody knows the weakness of the Yamato and because your turret traverse is so slow, right? Of course, if you are in a nose-in duel at like 8 kilometers, you are going to shine unless you are trying to go nose-in against the Kurfürst, but obviously your overmatch is going to be impressive, just like a Yamato. But if they just sail broadside to you, you might just get wrecked. Anyway, speaking of wrecked, this Shima is hopefully going down soon. The Cyclone is now starting and the spotting range will decrease, and yeah, Yashima went down, so basically our team is just wrecking the enemy so far. And I gotta be careful, like this Yamato has already pretty reasonable shots at my cheek here, if he can hit it. So I kind of wanna go inside B, but I don't wanna turn more towards the right anyway, so we are going to slow down here a little bit and see, maybe we can, like once we get rid of this Yamato, everything will be fine. Or if the Cyclone is at a range where Yamato can't hit us. So, I mean, the Yamato is going down. It looks like Conqueror is spamming us with fire explosive, as you would expect. And our team is finally moving into B. Like, we have a massive ship lead still. Now, of course, Cyclones are a good way to turn this around, because Cyclones force oftentimes smaller engagements. And that's a good way to just make superior numbers not count for much. Because oftentimes people are just too far in the back or too spread out to help each other. Hey look, there's 2 fires. So I'm damage conning 2 fires because I'm not detected, and you know, if I'm not detected then they aren't going to setting fires. The Cyclone is kicking in anyway, the Conqueror is too far away, like that guy is way out of position for a Cyclone. He's basically just going to be useless for the foreseeable future, because now he has to turn his ship around and the Cyclone will... well, the spotting range will decrease, and by the time he gets into 8 kilometers, this game is probably already decided. Good for us. Now we have the caps. We have quite a nice force here actually to defend B. So I'm feeling pretty confident here. And let's just see what our Super Yamato can do up close. Now there is a Smolensk somewhere. The advantage obviously of the Cyclone is that the Smolensk can't spam me from long range, but then again the Smolensk also has torpedoes. So we will see about that. And there is still a Yashima remaining somewhere. So I'm going in here slow. I make sure that I have the Moskva and the Montana here close to me. The Yamato is also going in here. We want to move basically close to each other, just so that we can support each other during a Cyclone. So very nicely done by my team. Like, we have a nice blob here. And there is the enemy Smolensk, but he's on the other side of this island. So he needs to reverse for me to actually do anything about this. Now our Smolensk here... oh, I'm detected. So that's probably the Yashima, because everything else I would detect myself. And good old widespread. So that Yashima has... wait, why do I detect... oh wait, is it the Moskva that detects the Yashima probably? So, there you go. I mean, overpens of this thing obviously hurt. And look at that, the Smolensk is reversing, so maybe we can actually catch it there. Now, of course, I mean, he knows that I'm here, he's hydroing. But we got the Smolensk coming in from the other side. But, you know, that Smolensk is not really in a position to torp right now, so I could just go to... and that's what I'm trying to do, going to speed up, turn a little bit away there. Angle my nose more towards those battleships over there, if they ever arrive, and yeah, okay. Smolensk is going forward again. So... oh, not much chance to shoot it. The Conqueror is coming back. Currently, we are only 1 ship ahead. And that's basically what I said with numbers in a Cyclone. It's like... the enemy team could easily turn this back. But our ship, look at the positioning. With basically everyone inside B or pretty close to it. So we are in positions to help each other and to defend our cap. So very nicely done by my team, I have to say. And yeah, we see a little bit of the Smolensk rear, so I'm trying to hit her there, and I get 1 pen and an overpen. I aim pretty low because you need the water a little bit to slow down your shells to get proper penetrations in the Smolensk. I think I hit it like too far in the rear. The citadel I don't think extends that much, but I got 1 pen and an overpen, so you see, you can't penetrate even Smolensks with this thing. But a lot of people say with so big guns you probably only ever get overpens on everything. Not really much the case in my experience. At least it doesn't feel like more overpens than a Yamato would get. But as I said, it's more testy. And you might be thinking, why am I not telling you more about this ship? Because really it's that simple. It's Yamato with bigger guns. It's yeah. So, I also have a Yamato here with me. And first I wanted to go around here and help engage the Conqueror, but there is a Burgonie coming in here behind. Fully broadside, so obviously we're going to try to engage that. And painfully slow torturers. Just like with the Yamato. I considered mounting the torturers module or something, but I'm using the aiming one for better accuracy. I assume that in the end the accuracy might just help more, but you know. Oh, did you see the Burgonie actually lost one of its turrets there? And the Conqueror has also been dealt with, so only 2 enemies remaining. This is pretty much a win. Now maybe we can use that island to help us stop. Perfect, and now we are just going to reverse and we are going to await the Kurfürst coming through here. Now, as we all know, Yamato, or in case Yashima, not the best armored ship, not very good at brawling, but you know, if the enemy is not actually looking your way and is showing full broadside, then we can just show that Kurfürst the power of those guns. And I mean, at 6.6 kilometers, those guns are to do quite nicely. 25k yeah, in penetrations. Also dodging some torps, because why not? And I think that Kurfürst has finally realized that he could actually be shooting back. What a shame. I enjoyed my time here. So, not sure if I'm angled enough here. I'm trying to angle a little bit better. Yeah, he got a good chunk of me, but it's not enough, and down goes the Kurfürst. Turns out it's not just being in a good brawling ship, it's also about how you use it. Would have thought. Now, well, only the Henry remaining, and obviously this is going to be a win. So all that remains to be seen is, can I sink that? Also keep in mind this is a test ship, so no achievements for me. Which means 5 kills and no Kraken. Can we make it 6 though? Possibly. Henry is coming around, and shells are in the air. Well, there you go. Here we are with the results, and well, what are my thoughts about this? Well, it's a Yamato with big guns. I'm not exactly sure why it exists, but it does. We will see how it goes. It's still in testing. And yeah. Hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.